everyone. Thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. Another tragedy has happened again in the United Kingdom. A Nigerian young man has been declared missing. And this is another British Nigerian guy whose name is Toby. And he has been declared missing in London by the Metropolitan Police in Newham, United Kingdom. And if we could recall that one of the Nigerian students too was declared missing few weeks ago, and there was a random search for him which took like about 2 weeks after he went missing. So now another Nigerian young man is missing. And in a tweet on Sunday, that's April yesterday, the police said that Toby disappeared from his home at midnight on Saturday, and since then they have not found him. It was said that this same young man that you can see, he's autistic and has learning difficulties. He is known to be frequenting transport hubs and travel on trains. However, his family and the police are concerned for his welfare, and they're urging that if anyone should see him, that they should contact the police. And the number was actually posted up so that people can see and ensure that they call the cops as soon as they see this particular young man. And Toby, who is 28 years old, studied at Newham College and Cumberland Sports College. It's a pity because this particular guy, his own is bad because he is autistic. I know some of the autistic people, they don't do things in a normal way like other people would do, though some of them are still very bright and they understand what they are doing and they know where they are going to, but it differs in individual. And right now, while the parents are concerned, it's because of his nature of ill health, that's being an autistic young man. And they said most times they just see him in bus parks and they see him traveling on trains. And it's so terrible knowing that his family was even with him when he disappeared. And it's really difficult when people like this disappear, because some people may lure them into wrong places, because knowing that these are people that have special needs, some people could take advantage of them and either lure them into bad places or take them to somewhere very far and do other terrible things to them, because these are special need people that actually need help in different ways. I just hope and pray that wherever he is, he's actually safe. But it will be raising an alarm where the first question is, you have an autistic child in the house. I think there should be more concentration on that particular kind of kid, because these are people that have special needs and at the same time they require special attention. You as a parent or the guardian, close watch should be on such kind of people. You don't just leave them for a very long period of time all by themselves. And it's so bad because he left at night. Maybe, who knows, his family members might be sleeping as of the time he left, and they woke up in the morning and they never saw him again. But at the same time, please, it's good. More close watch should be on individuals like this. You don't leave them all by themselves. By the time you leave them all by themselves, some of them don't really know what they are doing. Some of them need direction. Some of them need help to even say this is this and that is that. But when you let all this kind of people that have special needs all by themselves, it is not nice for their health and for their own condition. You'll find out that some of times you see some of them on the streets wandering around, not because they don't have a home, but because they are lost and their families are in search for them in a different city or in a different state. I know it can be very difficult, but I think if you have a kid with special need, ensure that there is close watch on such kind of kids. If you are not available, you may get someone who would stay with them. All right, now, for a kid who is autistic, would you expect him to say his address? So these are little things that you know that they can't easily say or call out to anybody. Because you see an autistic kid like this, except someone would go to the police station and make a report that they found. Some people will just neglect and move. So we just see him like a random kid just going around, and he's a young man. He's a young man of 28 years old. He's not longer a baby. And so maybe they could go doing some things that ordinarily they won't do, and somebody would not even know that they are autistic. That is where it is bad. Some of these autistic people, you don't even know that they're autistic because they just look okay, normal. It's just when they start exhibiting certain characters, you may start sensing the threats from them. That's when you know. All right, let me take for an instance. Now this guy now goes to pick something that doesn't belong to him, and unknown to the person that this person is autistic, the next thing they may start beating him up and calling him a thief and all of that. Unknown to them that this particular person doesn't know what he is doing. And it's worse if he goes to an environment where nobody even has the slightest idea of whom this particular young man is. That is where you see some people are injured, beaten, and abandoned on the street. Not for anything, but because people don't understand or know whom they really are. And then they will take them for the wrong people and feel this person is a thief, or this person is out to murder somebody, this person is out to do one horrible thing. And you see some people will just take the laws into their hands and beat up some people like this, and not knowing that he is autistic. And this has also happened some time ago. That was 2 months ago, when an autistic young man went into a store, and then he didn't know what he was doing. You know, he's autistic, and because he's a matured looking young man, well dressed and everything, like I said earlier, some of them you wouldn't know that they are autistic. And he got into that shopping mall and he was trying to pick up something. And the next thing is somebody now called the cops and said he's harassing them and all of that. And the guy was actually doing certain things that wasn't right though, but you know he's not in his right senses. He wouldn't know what he's actually doing. And they called the cops. That was how, when the cops came in, the next thing was that this guy was shot dead. So people go mad, like, this person is autistic. You don't take actions like that. And in some situations, some people around would not know that they are autistic. So that is the fear for this particular young man. If he now goes there to attempt anything bad, people would not know that he's autistic, and they may start beating him up, or the next thing he's locked up somewhere far in a distant place, on a distant station, because no one can identify him, and he can't even say exactly where he is coming from. He may not even be able to remember where he was staying. That is how bad it is. So that's the reason why you need very close watch on such people with special needs. You don't leave them away from your sight, and you don't even allow them to stay in a room and sleep alone. Most times you allow them to sleep with someone that would always watch at them, so when they are walking out of the house, at least someone will know. But when you let them alone in a room, locked the door, and then they are all by themselves, they wake up in the morning or in the middle of the night, unknown to them what they are doing. They're just moving and going, and they're off. And then by the time you find out, it's already too late. I just pray to get to find this young man healthy and okay. It's such a pity that he is going through what he is going through and he's not even in the care of his own family members. Please, people should not take those with special needs for granted. And funny enough, some of these people with these special needs do things that you wouldn't know that they are capable of doing. Some of them read fluently. Some of them are even workers in some places, and you wouldn't know that they are autistic. So none of them should be taken for any form of people that are incapable of doing things. No. These are people that can still do things that you can't even believe that they will be able to do by themselves despite their condition. Well, right now the cops are already out there again in search for him. I just hope and pray it doesn't turn out like the other young man. You know, if you could recall, I'd even posted the video of the young man on the 22nd of March 2021 when the 19 years old Nigerian guy who is Richard also went missing from his home in Labrock's Grove. And that particular guy, they kept on searching for him. And surveillance camera was able to pick up where he was going to walk. That was the Epping Forest. And they searched for him for days. It took 2 weeks after he left the house. And then, after thorough search from the cops, they found this guy. Unfortunately, this young Nigerian guy was already dead as of the time that they found him. And his mom was so devastated that even up till now, she said all she wants is answers as to how her son died. And his own case too, he had an ailment. He was even a sickle cell patient. He wasn't healthy. And so that was the major concern his mom also had. Because you know, sometimes those with sickle cell, they usually go into crisis. And once their crisis starts, if nobody is there, they may fall, hit their head, or something may even happen to them. And they have some medications that they need to take constantly. So you can imagine that a kid with such kind of illness is far away from home. No one even knows where he is. No one even knows what was happening to him. They didn't even know whether he went with his meds. No one even had the slightest idea what he was doing or where he really went to. This was very, very painful. Just a few weeks ago, on the 5th of April, that was when he was finally found, but found no longer alive. So how devastating can this be for any family member, for parents, for siblings? It's really devastating. I just pray that Toby will be found healthy, alive, and still himself, not beaten to pulp, because people could mistaken them to be somebody else and then they fall into wrong hands or wrong group of crowds. Please, I think parents should take this as a very big lesson. There should be close watch, please. If you have anyone who has special needs, try as much as you can to ensure that someone is there with them. Please don't leave them alone. No matter how matured they are, ensure that there is a close watch on that particular individual. It's such a pity because his own case is even worse when it has to do with health reasons, in the sense that this particular guy can't even call and say exactly his address or even pick a phone to start calling out family members. These are certain little things that you know that ordinarily they won't do on their own, and that is why there is so much fear and concern. If he was someone that, okay, he can easily identify his location, or he can easily call his parents or call out the family members on the phone or something, it would have been much easier. But if someone that would just be wondering and may not even know what he is doing or where he really is, you can find out that Even if they find him now, he may not be able to identify the place he is, except in some cases they may be able to read signs and they can say this is where they are. But who would they go to? Who would they go to? It may not even occur to him that he needs to go to the cops to make any report. But that is on his ground if he even knows where he went to, and if he went there alone, if nobody has already met up with him and maybe directed him in a very wrong direction or something. These are little things that the family will keep thinking and worried about over their own child. At this moment, I'm glad that the cops has taken up to go for a serious search. I keep praying that he would come back home safely and in good health. That is what counts the most. I pray he doesn't get into wrong hands or wrong people that will take him to be somebody else and then either start beating him up or put him into a very serious or difficult situation that the guy can't even understand what is happening to him. Friends, please, if you have anything to say regarding this, you could please put that down at the comment section. Thank you for coming up today. Please don't forget to hit on the like button. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Friends, I'm here today to talk about how to start up a new YouTube channel. So for those that are looking to start up a new YouTube channel, probably you've been trying to figure out how to go about it, or you have been trying to see what it entails or what you need to start. That's why I'm here today, to give you the easy way for you to get this done. Not just the easy, but the best method, and also to give you or to talk about the best teacher who will give you all that is required for you to start up your own YouTube channel. This is a teacher. He is really successful with his YouTube and he has been a teacher for so long now. Teacher is Matt Pa. He's going to give you a step-by-step method on how to start up your own YouTube channel. No stone unturned. Every step of the way, he's going to lead you through it. You have links that you can actually reach out to him and communicate with him directly. That's Matt Pa there. You can see the huge successes he has made in YouTube. You can see his silver, you can see the gold, you can also see his revenue that he's actually making on YouTube, which is very huge. He is going to give you a YouTube step-by-step tube mastery class every step of the way, from the beginning of the opening of the channel to how you can start up and put up your videos. He is leaving no stone unturned, like I said. So for those that are seeking for how to start up their own YouTube channel, this is the easiest and the fastest way for you to have access to this particular teacher who is honest and straightforward, and you will enjoy every bit of the class and you will have lots of gain. At the end of your class, you will have lots to hold on to and to start up your own YouTube channel. It's going to be like an ABC class starting from the scratch. So please, for those of you that are interested in starting up your own YouTube channel, Matt Pa, he is the teacher and you will have direct access to him. I'm dropping the link below. So please, you just click on that link and you will have access to Matt Pa's class. He is going to give you the whole content of YouTube and all that it takes for you to be successful in YouTube. and how to start YouTube from the scratch. Like I said, and I'm going to repeat, he's leaving no stone unturned. And it's so interesting that if you have any kind of complaint, no matter the time you have this complaint or you are confused about anything, you can communicate directly to him and he will give you a response as soon as he gets your question or as soon as he gets your mail or anything you're trying to confirm from him. He is quick at responding and he will give you the right answers. And even if you go elsewhere to search, you find out that what he is saying is actually true. He wouldn't mislead you. So please, for those of you that want to start your own YouTube channel from the scratch and see how you can be successful on YouTube, please go to this link, click on the link below, so you will have access to the teacher. That's the teacher there you can see and see his success. You can go through that and then you click on the link so that you can have direct access to Matpa himself. This teacher, you will enjoy and enjoy every bit of the classes that he is going to give to you. So friends, do not forget to click the link below so you have access to Matpa's Tube Mastery class, and he will give you the best teaching for YouTube you would really need to start your own channel. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please, for those that have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you once again, and God bless you all.